What are the top items that you need to buy so that you can stretch your budget, so you can feed your family well, and you can have that satisfied feeling that God teaches about in His Word. But before we go there, just please go ahead and hit like and subscribe, because as you subscribe, you get notified of every video that we make coming forward, and I love having you part of the Biblical Nutritionist family. Now, let me share with you the top foods that you need to buy to stretch your family's budget and still have that satisfied feeling at every meal. All right, the very first one is greens, and if you can afford the organic, I would get those. This larger one is going to give you the best value for your dollar. Making sure everyone in your family gets at least a half cup of greens in their diet every day. So any of these here would be a good option for you. The bagged lettuces like these can be a good option for your family, but we need greens in our diet. Even on a tight budget, we need to have healthy greens every day in our diet. The second food on our list is going to be rice. Now, even though organic rice is a little bit more expensive, what you'll see is it's actually only 16 cents per ounce, but organic rice is very important. One, it's going to give us fiber, which is going to give us satiety, and this is a better quality. When you look on the back, you're still getting 20 servings of a fourth cup uncooked. So a fourth cup uncooked is going to give you 20 servings that are almost a full cup for each person. So even though you may pay a little bit more for organic, it's worth it for the health and benefit of your family versus some of the white rice. So this is a very good option to buy, even on a budget. Go ahead and splurge for this because it's going to keep your family happy and satisfied, and it has very good fiber and protein. Now, I just mentioned rice and the value of it, and it may seem like it's more expensive than pasta, but yet this pasta is only going to give you 6 servings, and this is going to give you 20. So dollar for dollar, this is still your better value, and it gives you more nutrition for the body. So don't let pasta be the filler at the dinner table when rice will do so much better for you and your family. Now, the third food I want you to look at to expand your budget to satisfy your family is beans. Beans are going to do that. You can buy them canned, you can buy them dried. The best value is always going to be dried. Even though dried beans have gone up in price, just like everything else has in the grocery store, it's still your better value. If you say, I don't have time to cook beans, you put them in the crock pot the night before. By morning, they'll be ready to go. You can make them into your stew or your casserole, whatever you need to, and you will have a satisfying meal for your family that's very low budget and very satisfying. So look at all of the different bean varieties that you had to choose from. Go ahead and pick different ones for different days of the week and enjoy. The next food on our list for a good buy for being very economical on your budget would be the old-fashioned oats. We're getting 13 servings. The serving size is a half a cup, but that's a half a cup dry, which means you're going to get at least double that. So you're going to get a very satisfying 1 cup of oats, which is a lot more satisfying than 1 cup of cereal. And you're not going to be craving more because the sugar count in the cereal. So it's going to be a lot more satisfying. So we're getting 13 servings of a half cup, which is much greater than the cereal, and they're very comparable in price. So this is much better for your budget and more satisfying. Yes, I have the organic oats in my hand because when you compare just this container of old-fashioned organic oats, it's a better value than cereals. And you're nourishing the gut microbiome. The children are actually going to be able to be smarter and be able to think better at school. And yet this is not going to give them that advantage in school or even just being at home in a good attitude. So I'm going to get more meals out of the oats, even organic oats, than I will out of a box of cereal. I don't have the added sugars. This is a total win for your budget, for satiety, and for feeding your family well. The next food is going to be eggs. Even though, yes, they have gone up in price, and now you have almost a dozen different varieties to choose from for the best quality egg, I would still go for the best quality. I'm looking for eggs that are farm raised, that are organic, because I want the food that they've been fed to be definitely an organic food and not a GMO grain. Eggs are still a good staple food. They're high in protein, they're high in good healthy fats, and they are satisfying. So definitely eggs should still be on your menu. And if you can't find what you want in the grocery store, then find a farmer who raises chickens and who has a sign out front that says fresh eggs. Those are going to be really good quality. Once you interview the farmer, make sure he's using non-GMO grains for a staple food, and then enjoy eggs in your diet. Eggs can be breakfast, lunch, dinner. They can be used to make other dishes. So definitely have eggs on your budget. Even with a lower income budget, eggs are still the perfect food to feed your family. One food that's going to stretch your budget and just totally satisfy your family is going to be whole grains. But you're not going to find whole grains such as wheat berries, kamut, spelt, or einkorn, emmer. You're not going to find those in the grocery store. So please check out my blog on where to buy grains. Once you buy those grains, you can satisfy your family with making your own from scratch cream of wheat. If you have organic corn, like the straight corn, you can make your own old-fashioned grits. Yes, better than the box. And so this is going to stretch your budget. You're going to totally be able to feed your family well. Even with a small budget, God's going to provide the satiety from the foods and from His presence. And never underestimate what you can do on a small budget to feed your family well. Food number 7 to include on a tight budget to make sure you're feeding your family well is going to be frozen vegetables. Frozen vegetables have a lot of value. They still have the nutritional value and they still have the budget value. But be careful that you're not buying additives, flavorings, and we're not about going to cook them in the bag, even though they say they are steamable in the bag. We're still going to use our regular cookware to cook our vegetables and not use the microwave. So look for vegetables that are the best value, that don't have creams and sauces. You just want straight vegetables, and then that will be very satisfying for your family. Plus, you can stock up when they go on sale. Again, I am looking for organic as much as possible, but there are some times that you could still use the other mixed vegetables, the oriental, that would not necessarily be organic, but it's still going to feed your family well. Grocery stores are always a beautiful place to shop, but there are some avoidances that we need to do when we are on a budget or if we're just trying to be smart about our budget. And both are good reasons to make good purchases in the grocery store. I've just shared with you the top 7 things to stretch your budget to feed your family well. But we need to avoid certain foods. One of those is going to be your sugary cereals. They cause mood-altering behavior in children and adults, and they cause additional cravings that you are never going to be able to satisfy in some people because the sugar just instigates a craving for eating more food than the body needs and eating foods outside of the foods that God designed. So avoid your sugary cereals. A second food to avoid is going to be the bakery. As good as the bakery looks, as delicious as they make everything look, we want to avoid that, especially if we're on a budget. It's going to cause unnecessary cravings, which I've already talked about. It's going to cause unnecessary mood swings and hormonal imbalances. If you have a sweet day once a month, then indulge yourself once a month, but not on a daily occurrence. It will totally strike your budget out of balance, and you'll be unable to satisfy your family members if they're eating a lot of sweets. Another food is dairy. When it comes to milk, if you don't know the farmer, then you don't need the milk. Most of the milks are not a true 100% real milk the way God created it. They have additives, they've been stripped of their enzymes, everything that you need to process it. So on a budget, eliminate the milk, eliminate the dairy. And then lastly, the most overpriced food in the grocery store, you're not going to like this, but it's chips, potato chips. Their prices have skyrocketed, and so they are an unnecessary filler for your home. Well, you're not going to find everything in the grocery store, so be willing to look for a farmer who's raising chickens the way you would like them to be raised with non-GMO feed. Look for a gardener that has a big garden that needs help harvesting his garden or planting his garden. There are many farmers in my area that would love help with their garden, and they always have a surplus of produce to give out. Be willing to look for someone that you could help. Is there an orchard nearby? Volunteer to work at the orchard in exchange for the fruit that it's going to produce. Be willing to step out there. Be willing to say, Lord, where is the food that you can help me to feed my family well? I have many times have just said, Lord, show me where your supply is. Show me where your surplus is. And He has led me to farmers. He's led me to houses whose gardens are just overflowing with food. And they would allow me to just pick whatever I wanted for free. And I've always gone up to the door and said, I see your garden is doing well. Can I help you pick it and help them bring it in? They always say, oh, we've had too much. We don't want any more. You take all you want. And so realize God desires to give you the desires of your heart, and that is to feed your family well. Never underestimate that blessing that He has for us. Never underestimate how much He loves you. And so if you say, Annette, I can't afford to eat healthy, yes, you can, because God promises to give you the desires of your heart. And food is a very intimate action that we do every day. So feeding your family well, feeding you well, feeding yourself foods that are actually going to build health, that's His desire too, because He loves you that much. Never say, I can't do this, I don't have enough money. You do have the money that God's given you, or He's going to give you ways to have more money, or He's going to give you ways to bless you from a farmer. Never underestimate what God's going to do in your life. Well, thanks for letting me share this with you today, how you can eat on a budget, save your family money, and still feed your family well. I always love serving you God's recipe for excellent health, which includes the number one ingredient. Remember, God loves you. He's loved you from the moment of conception, and He has a very special purpose for your life that He wants to reveal to you. And He is the one true God. Thanks for watching.
Struggling with cravings, fatigue, or confusion about your health? You're not alone. But you don't have to stay stuck. Get the free Bible Health ebook and discover 7 powerful steps to real, lasting transformation God's way. Break emotional eating. Learn what truly satisfies. Align your health with God's truth. This is your breakthrough. Get your free Bible Health ebook now on the website, thebiblicalnutritionist.com. It's time to take the first step toward vibrant health, both physically and spiritually.